Hey everyone, this is Alex USA Days. So yesterday I finished Vide Coding SDET level end-to-end automation, and I want to tell you about how I did it and how you can do it yourself and kind of follow along. So I created a post on it in Patreon. You can see the link in the description to get more details about it. But pretty much I started with using Cloud, and I vibe coded a simple backend plus frontend application. And I put it in Docker Compose. Then I added Playwright that you can run locally when the app is launched locally, and also in Docker as well. And I made this whole thing part of a GitHub Actions flow. So there is a link to the GitHub. You can check it out in Patreon for this post. And how I approached developing this. So first I described to the LLM what I wanted to build and the stack. So I went with Fast API, Python, SQLite for the backend, and React for the frontend. Then I containerized the app, added Playwright automation for both local and containerized runs, and used GitHub Actions for CI/CD. Then I generated LLM, I asked the LLM to generate a plan how to execute this app, how to create it based on the stack that I selected, which it created the action plan, and this is how it kind of looks. So I asked to have the modules for the plan, what kind of things I will need to implement, and all of that stuff. And once the LLM generated the plan, then I extracted each module and then fed it to LLM again as standalone instructions how to implement it. So as a result of that, I have 7 module files. Each one of those files has a step-by-step instructions how to execute it to get the part of the module completed, whatever that module might be. Is it front-end or a back-end? And there are a couple ways to do that. You can follow along and do the same thing. So first way to do it is just to feed those module instructions to the LLM one by one, for example, Cloud Code, and it will generate it for you. You can do it in the console. You can do it in your IDE, however you want to do it. The second way to do it is actually just to open those files yourself and follow the instruction in the file one by one, so line by line, just execute them and ask LLM if you get stuck. This is more preferable way if you actually want to see how it's being done, what needs to be done to achieve that, and it's a lot better for learning yourself. So the post will be in the description to the video for the actual Patreon, right? So you can check it out there and you can download the files from there. It is free. You just have to join the Patreon, that's it. And joining is free. There's different paid options, but the whole thing is, it is free. Now for the GitHub, so this GitHub is public. You can just download the whole thing yourself, clone it, copy it. Now here is the whole app online. You can see there is CI/CD pipeline that has a check and it's passing, has a lot of documentation describing what is here and how it was implemented, different commands and so on. So it's pretty comprehensive. And then in Actions, you can see there are some recent runs. And if we expand one of those runs, we can see that here is the flow for our end-to-end, how the whole thing gets set up, how the report gets updated and uploaded. Everything is part of this process. Everything's here. And then there is like a virtual deploy of the application, not a real one, but just kind of a dummy, saying that once we run the Playwright on the Docker, containerized Docker application that we have, and it passed, then we can deploy. So it's kind of this automation is a step is a step to check that everything is looking good before proceeding deployment. So this everything is available on GitHub if you want to just download the whole thing and try it out. If you want to build it yourself and kind of see how it goes, use just the module text files and kind of follow along the instructions. If you get stuck, just check with your local AI, whatever you're trying right now for your LLM. there is a plan there that says the modules, kind of modules are there and what is running, and then the app itself. So it's a very simple app. So the database has a bunch of text. There's a different strings of text, and when you run this app, the front end will spin up a web page where you can either get the next text that is available in the database or get a random one. So for example, let's get it started on a local. So there's a command just to start it, both concurrently backend and the front end. We're not going to start it in the container, just locally. If you want it in the container, you can install Docker desktop and run start Docker command. We're just going to do npm start. Okay, so starting up, here's our local host. So we're just going to go to the local host link, open that up. Okay, so here's the application itself. When you click on the button, like random, for example, it will do a call to the database. Failed. I think it's interesting. So we can actually see how the fix is going to happen right now. It's failed when I was recording it. So here's Cloud code. I'm just going to say, you know what? Looks like backend didn't start. Already says depreciated. And I'm going to grab the screenshot of a failed call. So it's trying to call the API here and get the response. But looks like because there's some problem with actual backend, failed to start. Let's see. All right. The backend server failed to start because UV is not recognized. Oh, so I think, okay, so we didn't start the Python virtual environment. I think that's the problem. This check in Python is available. So first thing first is I think it's just going to say start Python. This requiring Python the backend. So this is kind of like the Vide coding thing works live. You just ask questions and backend dependencies. I installed the option. Activate the VNV. Okay, so let's go to. I think option 2 is better. So it's saying you can either activate virtual environment first and then run the dev command. The better way to have this, like next time when you just run the command, that it makes sure that npm script starts it. So let's update package. Okay, so, and you can see it's suggesting a change. So before actually starting backend, it's going to start VNV script. Okay, let's do that. Okay, now we can use npm start. So let's check if the npm start going to work now for the backend, and then we're going to also push this. and we can see how it goes through the pipeline. So npm run start. Nope. All right. Well, still same error. So let's see if it can debug further. I think there should be some time. Oh, okay. / pass is not working. Okay, so there was a problem how it was typed out. Okay, another try. npm run start. Run start. Okay, looks like the backend is up and it's working. So now we can go to our localhost 3000. So when you click the app itself, when you click random, it calls the backend and it grabs the random quote from the database, right? And then when you click next, it calls a different API, list next, grabs the next quote from the backend. This is pretty much it. This is the whole app. And then in terms of tests that were created for this, I also use Claude to generate some tests, and I added one of my own, but we're just verifying some of the text areas are visible. We clicking random button fills the text area. I also have here a list of quotes that are available in the backend. So we check if the quote is returned one of the quotes that is available in the backend. And we can do something like that. We can do playwright and do npx right test -y. See how this whole thing works. Okay, so here's our playwright. It's up. Here are all the tests. So there's 6 tests. Run it. Tests are getting executed. They're running against our local instance right now, not the container one. Okay. And see all the verification process here happening. All tests are passing. We just run it in Chrome. Everything here in terms of Playwright is configurable, like through config if you want more browsers or anything like that. So it's just your regular Playwright execute. And now, one thing that I probably want to show was the changes that we just added. So it's making sure on the local environment that it starts Python VNV first. So we're going to get git status. There's a modified package JSON. So git, we're right now in a branch. It's called readme update. Git checkout. Let's call a new branch. Git checkout. Let's call this local run update. Okay, so we switch to a new branch. Now we're gonna git add space dot. We're gonna add all of the changes that were in git commit -m updated. Okay, JSON, right? We git push. So there's no branch right now in the GitHub. Doing git push, it just pushed the branch into the GitHub. Now I'm gonna go back to the GitHub. Here there is local run update. There is a push. We can do a pull request now for that. we can see right, the changes here, what was actually changed, that in the package JSON we added a little bit more to dev backend start to start the virtual environment for the Python. We can add a description if we want, add it env to launch backend JSON. Let's create a pull request. So you see in this pull request, when we're doing from a different branch, a feature branch into the main, there is a step that, you know what, before you can actually merge, we need to complete the end-to-end run for your regression tests in the pipeline. So this is what it's doing right now. Still running. Let's see what it's doing right now. Okay, so this is the actual GitHub Actions. So it's running Playwright tests. It's all Playwright dependencies. It started Docker services for the actual app. So this is Docker containerize both, orchestrate Docker both for backend and the front end. Then it confirmed that the backend is responding with API check. Then confirmed that the front end was able to respond here. Then it's installed Playwright. Playwright is in its own container. Installation of the Playwright is complete. Then the test run. You can see reports here successfully going through, and then upload a report and create some artifacts, and the job is complete. Now, go back to the pull request. We can see that once the tests are successfully done, there's no deployment here in the step. We're going to merge pull request, or merge. And now this change becomes part of our main branch, or technically production, right? And as soon as this done, so there was a check verification when we did a merge, was a pull request, and now after post merge, there's also the same pipeline now, same tests are running again. So this is what's going on. And you can implement this whole thing yourself and kind of see the whole process from scratch, including building front end and back end. If you just follow along the module files here in Patreon link, and you can also use your own LLM to help you out build. All right. Well, this was Alex USA Days. Hopefully this video is helpful. Thank you for watching, and